How can you find truth with a misunderstanding? Like a GPS telling you to turn left when you really need to turn right. You will never get to your destination, all because the GPS was designed incorrectly. I would not use that GPS again. Now, during the 1270s, quote, cartographers found ways to link geographical with celestial coordinates. Without interruption, they continued to elaborate their grid system. While Christian cosmographers were fantasizing their maps to fit scriptural text, Chinese map makers were making unprecedented advances. Now, these two types of maps are the TO maps that the Christian cosmographers were making and more empirical maps that these Chinese map makers were making, which is just an example of those maps. Now, some people believe that replacing theology-driven maps with these empirical measured geography maps made the decisive difference in the global exploration. And while others believe that it actually was not the deciding factor in this. Now, I believe that it actually was the decisive factor, all because of the necessity to avoid assumptions, the necessity for travel, and the necessity for safety. First of all, these TO maps were based off of assumptions. Quote, they were designed to express what Orthodox Christians were expected to believe. They were not so much maps of knowledge as maps of scriptural dogma. These maps did not express what we had seen around us as truth, rather what we had been gained off of scriptures and almost religious fairy tales. Second, there was a geographical necessity it was essential to travel. After these empirical maps were introduced, travel boomed as Ptolemy and these empirical maps became more popular. And third, the accurate maps would make travel safer. You'd be able to more easily avoid shallow seas, rocks, and known areas that were known to have rough waters, all because we had accurate maps. Now, and as these maps became safer, more people would be willing to go out and adventure at sea. Many people tried to claim that other achievements such as ships, trade, and political ambition were what mattered more in this exploration. But all of these rely on ship maps to be accurate. These ships need maps to tell them where they're going. Trade, you needed the trade to know where you are. And political endeavors, if you don't have a map, your political endeavor is going to end up in the middle of the ocean. In conclusion, these empirical maps made much more of a difference because of the avoidance of assumptions, the necessity of travel, and the necessity of safety. This is why replacing theology-driven maps with empirical measured geography made the decisive difference in this long-term navigation. For map makers, there cannot be more of an emphasis on traditionalism than reality, because valuable time will be wasted, valuable resources will be discarded, and valuable time will be lost. Lives will be lost. Thank you.